Throne in Liberty is out, and there's a lot of questions regarding Lucent. Lucent, as you guys know, is a pay-to-win currency, but it's also a currency you can earn in the game, and you need Lucent to be able to progress your character, to buy trades, to buy gear, anything in the game. If you want to progress your character, you need Lucent. So I'm going to be telling you guys how I make Lucent, everything you need to know about basically making Lucent. So let's jump into the video. So yes, Lucent. We got to talk about it, right? You need Lucent. Lucent is this currency right here. Bam. That you need in the game, so you guys can go to the auction house. Let's hope auction house is not bugged, because it's been bugged. Yeah, you need to go and to make and to buy anything, to buy cool epic gear, to buy extractions that upgrade your traits. You need Lucent, basically same. If you want to buy lithographs to craft epics, if you buy materials to craft epics, or your skill books or anything, you need Lucent. How do you make a Lucent? The main thing every single day, the best way, in my opinion, is to make Lucent is sell traits. Right now, what do I mean by selling traits? So, for example, you do your contracts every day. You maybe drop some blue gear. You do your dungeons every day. Maybe you drop some epic gear, right? You do some dungeons right here. Let's say you're running this abyss. So you drop a little bit of epics right here. You drop them and you get some cool traits, right? So what you want to do is what I do every day. Every time I drop a blue gear or epic gear, depending on your server, if you're on not an early access server, maybe even green gear sales. But if you drop any gear, what I would do is I would go to the gear, I would click on it, I will go to trade extraction, and I will click on this right here, melee evasion, and I will click search auction house. I do this with every single gear I drop just to check if it's selling in the auction house. Now, if the game is working as it should take me into the auction house. But of course, the game is bugged, so we have to do it manually. But usually, that's all you need to do. Okay, there we go. We got it. So it takes me here, and then don't look at this price. Click on it. Bam. And then you will be able to see what the different things are worth, right? So ranged, evasion, endurance. So this is a low price. You don't want to sell this, but this is a good way to look at the price of the gear that you have in your bag, right? So sometimes when you drop something like critical hit, I have on this epic, I got this by doing a contract inside Crypt. We'll talk about it in a second, but this is a good trade, for example. It's not the best, but it's still a good trade. I do the same thing. It would take me in here. It would say me critical chance 220 Lucent. Now, if it is somewhere around 200 Lucent, around that number, I would extract it. Now, to extract it, what you need, it says right here, extraction stones, trade extraction stones. Two ways to get them. The best two ways is, number one is to the shop, to Ornate coins. You can get them right here. You can buy a bunch of them. And then the other way to get them is through the homie, the contract coin merchants. If you're doing your dailies and your contracts every day, you get currencies, which you can use at this homie, and then you can buy basically extraction stones. So I only do this when I see there's money to be made. There's still some blue gear. I think hit chance maybe on the weapon that still goes for a lot. So you guys see I have a bunch of gear right here, and I can make a bunch of money here by just searching. Every single time you drop something, this should be a normal thing that you guys should be doing every single day. You drop a gear, hit chance right there. You see a blue weapon, 83. The blue weapon has only needs 5 extraction stones, so it's way easier. So this basically, this one is better worth than this one, because I only need 5 extraction stones for this, right? And I need 25 for this. So 80, I can make 80 Lucent here and 200 Lucent here. Obviously, this one's better, right? So blue gear is still worth a lot of money for the conversion rate. Now, if you look at my trading history, I will show you guys my trading history so you guys can see how I made money. If you look at my sell history, this thing I sold for 300 Lucent. I dropped this in the dungeon. Same here. I dropped this in the dungeon, 400. I dropped this, I think, also in the dungeon. I dropped this from a daily quest, I think, or a mob. Dropped in the dungeon, dropped from a mob, dungeon, dungeon. This one I dropped in the abyss. So this is basically how I make my money. I drop something, I look at the price every time, and this is basically how you make money in the game, right? And then you can go to your so if you farm in the Shadow Crypt drops a lot of gear. You can look at the monster info right here. When you're just farming them, you can drop a bunch of epic gear, right? Now, this is not the only thing. Certain gear is worth a lot of money. So I don't know if people know this, but what you can do is, let's say, Heroic Scepter Resistance, right? You can make this into a recipe. Yes, if you have enough materials, you can see here, if you have enough materials, you can go and craft this. It takes a lot, so you should only do this if the gear is worth a lot of money. So how you can check this is if you go here, you go to miscellaneous lithographs, you can see certain lithographs are worth a lot. So this one, the crossbow, for example, worth 6k. This is definitely worth making into a lithograph. If you drop it, so you drop an item, you can make it into a lithograph. If it has bad traits, that's what you should do. So always check, guys, okay? The shock armor piece is best, right? 15k for just for the recipe of it. It's insane, right? So check, guys. It doesn't always matter what kind of traits you have on your epic gear. If you have bad traits, you can still make it into lithographs if it makes you enough money, right? It's all about if it makes you enough money, if it's worth it, right? To use those investments, because it takes our investments. Now, the second thing is, it's very easy to know for what pieces are expensive. HP, max health, is one of the best traits you can get in the game. It's a lot of money. Cooldown traits on certain gear is a lot of money. And this is a really good way to check through the auction house if your trait is worth a lot of money. You go to the filter, right? You click on, if you have epic gear, you click on epic gear, and then you click on find trait like this, and here you can select if you want to check weapons or armor. But here you can see, let's see max health. Okay, you can just search up max health or click it, apply, and it will search everything with max health. If the auction house works, of course, it will search everything for max health, and it will tell you the prices of that trait. And you can do this thing with everything, guys. All right, you can do this thing if you go to armor 2. You can use the filter again, epic gray, epic, find trait, and max health like this. Search, and then it will pop out like 250 right here. You can make a lot of money, right? And same with other certain traits will always make a lot of money. So this is a really good way to make money. And so traits, always check every time you drop something. Blue gear is worth, epic gear is worth. Next up is alts. Yes, you guys heard me right. You can have alts because Lucent right here, if I make an alt, I will have the same Lucent on my alt, and if I get more Lucent on my alt, I get more Lucent on my main. So the way to catch up the pay-to-win players, I know it's still rough out here, but you got to make alts. If you have an alt, you can do the same thing because you are locked behind a certain amount of currency every day, so you can only run 3 dungeons every day. However, if you have an alt, you can also get this resets on your alt. Same with the abyssal tokens, everything else. So when you can keep dropping, you can run your dungeons on your main, you can run your dungeons on your alt. If you drop a good gear on your alt, you can just sell it and make money for your main. So it's a really good way to keep making money. It's like a Lost Ark thing, you know, you got to make money for your main. So alt is a really good way to make money, or basically lose it in the game. So alts, if you have time, definitely check out the alt thing. Just run your dungeons. If you don't have much time, guys, just dropping an epic can make you like 300, 400 Lucent right now on your alt with no cost at all. It's great stuff. So check that out for Lucent. So remember, blue gear still sells also because, as you guys know, in the system we have a pity system, right? I don't know if I can show you guys. Let me see. Do I have critical hit chance, heavy attack chance? Do I have a heavy attack? Sleep chance. If I can have a magic endurance, there you go. So let's say I want to trade this. I can use a blue with the same trait to feed this. However, if I feed this, I only have 10% chance for it to actually get the magic endurance tier 2, right? You see here, tier 1 out of 4. I can feed this. I have a 10% chance to make it 2 out of 4, right? So blue gear still sells, guys. The traits still sell. And if I fail, if let's say I do the enchant and it fails, I will still get a blessing. Now, what you have is blessing is basically, blessings is basically the pity system. So you can stack blessings on your gear, keep making it fail. If it, if it succeeds, great. If it fails, you just keep stacking blessing to get higher and higher chance to make it succeed next time. So blue gear still sells. So even green gear sells. If it's worth, look at the green gear. A green gear goes for like 10 Lucent a piece. So you can keep stacking, especially if you have blue gear, you can stack green gear into it with the same trait and just keep stacking enchant traits. So that's basically it. The last thing is, guys, join a guild. If you're in a good guild, you'll be dropping a bunch of juice right here. Look at this. Distribution history. Look at this. We sell, they sell in that. These ones are kind of bad, but we made a bunch of gold Lucent back in the day. I think I have it in my mail right now. If you look, mail, Look here, I made okay, this is really bad example, but it's still Lucent, right? I just made like 20 Lucents from my guild by just competing at the world bosses and stuff. So like another good way to make Lucent. That is my Lucent guide. Hopefully that helped you guys out. Hopefully that you understand everything about Lucent now. That's basically how it works. Sell your trades. Check every single gear you guys drop. They're still good. Sell them. Make the money. Only do trade extraction if it's worth it. All that good stuff. Okay, but thank you so much for watching. Take it easy. Check out this video right here. I stream Throne of Liberty every single day, so make sure you guys tune into my stream on YouTube and Twitch. Thank you. Bye bye.